Hi friends, I have been loving sharing my real-time Eastern Sierra fall foliage updates with you, and right now so many areas are really starting to peak. Let me show you a few of my favorites. Along the drive to Intake 2, you can really start to see the fall colors. The aspen around the lake's campground are still a bit lime green, but up the hillside are striking yellows. Now this area isn't peaking quite yet, but you could absolutely still enjoy the colors as they currently are, and in another week or two, I can only imagine how stunning the fall foliage will look right here at Intake 2. The views along Highway 168 above Aspendale are stunning right now as the hills are lighting up with vibrant yellow and orange colors. Now, the aspen of Aspendale are still a mix of light green and yellow, and the colors are just starting to shift near Cardinal Lodge. But driving the roads in Cardinal Village is a real treat. Even though the colors aren't peaking yet, there are stunning pops of color surrounding the road here. One Eastern Sierra fall spot I get asked about more than almost any other has to be North Lake, and the drive up to the lake is showing off vibrant orange colors right now. North Lake is definitely peaking in my opinion. The stunning aspen channel on the far side of the lake is glowing with rich orange colors. And stay tuned because Monday I'm going to be sharing a North Lake adventure with you on the blog and on YouTube, including a few spots you might not be familiar with right here. The drive along Lake Sabrina Road is a mix of rich yellow and orange colors. The Middle Fork Bishop Creek Sabrina Basin area is a fall dream right now, peaking with perfect aspen colors. And Lake Sabrina is equally as impressive, cloaked with gorgeous fall foliage. And anglers can be seen both out on the water and fishing from the shoreline, enjoying the unseasonably warm weather we've been having this week. The drive to Virginia Lakes was a bit of a mixed bag this week on Thursday, October 3rd. Now, at the beginning of the drive and at lower elevations, there were still some beautiful yellow colors. But as the road shifts from the paved road to the bumpy gravel road, the yellow aspen seen last week have almost all disappeared as you approach Big Virginia Lake. This is a popular part of the drive, and it is definitely past its peak with barely a leaf left to be seen. But I was pleasantly surprised to find some beautiful fall colors around Big Virginia Lake in the parking area and the trailhead. And of course, it's hard to beat these Virginia Lake views, even without the fall colors. All of the clips in this particular YouTube video were captured either Wednesday or Thursday, October 2nd or 3rd. One of the easiest no hiking required Eastern Sierra fall foliage views has to be Conway Summit. From the pullout along Highway 395, you can see the wonderful aspen groves are starting to shift from vibrant green to rich yellow and golden hues. And while Conway Summit isn't peaking quite yet, the colors are already worthy of a stop, in my humble opinion. Every year, Sachen Summit attracts many fall foliage visitors. This bumpy gravel washboard road can take a little extra effort to enjoy, but it is certainly beautiful. Now, as of Wednesday, October 2nd, when I drove here, Sachen Summit has clearly passed its peak, and many of the golden colors are now gone. But I don't think this trip was in vain, because while there's plenty of brown all along the sides of the road, there are still pockets of yellow and orange throughout the drive that are lovely to see and give a glimpse into what makes autumn here so special. But by next week, I wouldn't be surprised if the last of the leaves are fading here. It's wonderful to listen to the aspen leaves blowing in the wind here. And it's interesting how at the lower elevations, among the orange and brown, there are still some lime green and yellow colors. And as a fun little side note, just as I passed the Mono Mills area on my drive here, I saw over a dozen wild horses. In fact, one even crossed the road in front of me, which was a real surprise and quite a treat to see. Convict Lake has long been a California favorite spot of mine year-round, and it is a popular place for fall leaf peeping. The colors are just starting to shift here, and the green hillsides are transforming to yellow. Photographers are starting to arrive to capture the classic views from the marina. I'm sure you can see why. Heading back to the South Fork Bishop Creek community just before sunset, Mist Falls is still developing in color with a mix of yellow and green, but it is a lovely scene. And South Lake Road is currently a stunning drive. Now, the sun was already setting as I made my way here, but even with daylight fading fast, it is easy to see the South Fork Bishop Creek is glorious, and now is the perfect time to visit. As I said earlier, every clip in this video was captured this week to provide the most accurate and up-to-date fall foliage conditions I can. Thank you so much for joining me for this real-time update of what the fall foliage is looking like this first week in October in the Eastern Sierras. For more information, see my full blog post at flyingdawnmarie.com. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. Until next week, I hope you find adventure and encouragement wherever you go.